First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, teach and rule well, and salutations to the hopeful elect, listening and learning and doing their part in pushing this truth of the Holy Scriptures. I want to make this lesson about the push that's going on right now with this whole vax, right? And it's rolling out, right? So here in the last couple of weeks, it's been picking up, but you know, I would say before the last couple of weeks, everything, brothers were using a lot of hypotheticals, and I mean, you know, being well aware of the scriptures and prophecy, you can come up with hypotheticals and you know things that they're planning on doing or might do with you know their companies, their corporations, big pharma, how using the military, exactly how you know everything's going to go down, right? you know Theoretical, so to speak. They could do this, they could do this, they could do that, or they're going to do these things. But here, as of the last couple of weeks, there's no more hypotheticals or theories or anything like that, right? It's here. Like everything that first and foremost, the scriptures have been saying, right? And then the men of the Lord have been saying is here, right? There's no more hypothetical, like, oh, they're going to use the army and they're going to, use this vaccine, and they're going to, they're going to use these venues, these sporting venues. They're going to use, FEMA is going to do this, and even though the scriptures don't outright, go that into detail, using those names and those venues and those personnel, but like, you know, you can just look at the works of Satan and pretty much conclude, right, or guess or hypothesize how they're going to do something. But here within the last week or two, you don't have to hypothesize shit. You don't have to theorize anything. You don't have to put, one and one together and get two. It's all out in the open, and that goes to show the time that we're moving into. This thing is being amplified. Like, if you're paying attention, this thing is being amplified from one day to the next. It's growing exponentially. So like what that means is, like, it's compounding. It's not just moving up in a steady line, first day one, second day two, second day, third day three. No. This is moving parabolic. Like, it's shooting straight up. So it's like, you got one, and then the next day is 10, and then the next day is 100, and then the next day is 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So like, this is moving parabolically, exponentially. Like, it's rolling. The levee is breaking, and the flood waters are coming in. And I'm gonna pull these articles and these scriptures, and Lord willing, I get to I'll explain what I'm talking about. So hopefully this video is edifying. All right, so we got to start with this, because this is it right here, right? Of course, you got rumors of wars, rumors of World War III, Armageddon, with what went down, you know, uh, with the Iranian nuclear scientists, right? So that's there, that's in the background, that's noise being made. But right now, it's all about this vaccine and the rollout and the enforcement and the how you're gonna prove you have it, right? That's what is in the headlines. That's in the forefront right now, right? So with that being said, you have to have Revelations 13 and 16 in mind, right? Because it's Revelations 13 and 16 all day long, you know. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? And like I said in a previous video, you know, the vaccine itself, this chemical genetic compound that they're concocting, right? These witches are making to put into every last human being, right? That within itself, the vaccine is not the mark of the beast. But like I said, these devils, how do they always work? You know, they show you what's in their right hand, but they're hiding what's in their left hand. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're giving you flowers with their right hand, and with their left hand is behind their back, and they got a knife, right? And with that being said, you know, uh, I gotta bring up, you know, gotta roll with the spirit, gotta bring it up, you know, their words. Bear with me. Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So there you go. They're telling you, oh, we got this vaccine. It's for the good of the greater good. It's for the good of the people of humanity and all of fucking earth. And we're gonna roll it out free of charge. And you know, we got this. We got this pandemic or whatever under control. And you know what? With that being said, I want to point out the fact that they made Trump look like such the damn devil that when Biden has, you know, won the election and is going to take office, that motherfucker looks like a choir boy compared to Trump. But it was all for this reason right here, you know. But you know, Trump was rash with his mouth and was a fucking moron, right? And it was, you know, he showed his horns, you know, he was the devil. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So they're giving you Biden, right? And Biden's going to execute, you know, this large machination enforced by the military, you know, um, because people are going to, you know, uh, be lulled to sleep with his smooth words, right? But war is in his heart. He's just as wicked, if not more wicked, than DJ Trump. There's not a difference in between these damn devils, you know. Their delivery, right? The persona that they portray might be different, but the agenda is the same. You know, Esau Edom's agenda is not going to change, right? Yet were they drawn swords. All right. So that's what's coming down that's what's here. It's here already, you know. And like I said, the vaccine within itself is not the mark of the beast, but I mean, they're going. It's clear that they're going to go hand in hand because uh, with the vaccine, right? They're going to slip it on in there, just like they do with like any time you signed a contract with this damn devil Esau Edom, whether it be with the bank or the financing bank, with your vehicle or a mortgage, or you join the military, or you know, anytime you get into some kind of contractual agreement with this motherfucker, that bitch is 1,000 pages long and got hella fine fucking print, right? And you're giving up all kinds of freedoms and rights, you know. You know, especially when it comes to their medical industry. When you go to the hospital and you're signing left and right, you don't know what the fuck you're signing, right? You're coughing up your organs and shit. You know, you're signing away your fucking organs. You're letting them do all kinds of experimental shit on you. You're letting them put all kinds of experimental fucking bugged out shit inside of you, you know. So this Maxine is gonna work the same fucking way. This devil just, you know, it's the same old fucking song and dance, same old fucking tricks, right? So this Maxine is gonna come with fine print. This Maxine is gonna come with, uh, you know, you know, speaking through the spirit, you know, with the mark of the beast, you know, and Lord willing, they roll it out, simultaneously. All right. And and the mark of the beast being the RFID chip. They're going to give you the vaccine and they're going to give you the RFID chip to withhold the information or the validation that you actually took the vaccine. And from here on out, all your fucking medical records are going to be on that bitch. But that's just how they're going to initially use it. When this dollar collapses, then it's going to work as your bank card, right? As the way that you're going to be doing transactions on the economy with the new digital currency. All right. So this is all this is all a leeway segue, right? It's just the opening, right? To the mark of the beast, and I wanted to point this out, right? So Amazon's gonna get their hands dirty with this COVID-19, right? And it's a big deal because Amazon, because when everything shut down and all the brick and mortar stores shut down and you couldn't go here or there to pick up whatever the fuck, right? Amazon was wrecking shop. It was their time to shine and they blew the fuck up, right? And they had orders for months and months and months and months out, months delayed because they had so much they couldn't fucking keep up with it, right? So it's a big deal. If Amazon's going to have a big role in this, then that's something to fucking pay attention to. And that's a really, really big deal, right? So this dude, right, Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, audacious bet to build the first vaccinated supply chain. All right. Here we go. And this came out all the way back in May. All right. So they're talking about all these different things that different corporations have done, right, to blow up, so to speak. All right, to be a fucking a monolith of a corporation. You know what I'm saying? A monopoly, just like massive, like Walmart and Amazon. Companies like that are just humongous. Apple. Okay. So this is the one thing that Jeff Bezos wanted to say. He said, Bezos told investors that the $4 billion in profits they were expecting would be reinvested. That means you ain't getting your money because this dude has plans, other plans, right? COVID-19 specifically, Bezos outlined a vision, right, for at-home COVID tests, plasma donors, PPE equipment, distancing, additional compensation, and protocols to adapt to the new world. Jeff Bezos is developing the Earth's first vaccinated supply chain. Now, why is this important to your regular peon? All right, cool. Here it is. What can we do that is really hard, right? Pretty much Jeff Bezos asking himself that. Any customer, right? Which is fucking everybody, right? Because there's no more a fucking mall to go to. Walmart, all these fucking department stores were closed or limited as fuck, right? And the majority of individuals were no longer going to places to purchase items, right? Or even groceries now, man. Groceries, Amazon has Amazon Fresh, and they even delivering groceries now. So Amazon has it all on lock. Not just goods, not just products, but your food as well, right? Any customer, vendor, supplier, or worker who wants a near virus free supply chain, a criterion that has gone from 0 to light speed in 90 days, will have a selection set of 1. It's possible the largest new consumer category in history is testing for COVID-19 virus and immunities, right? So they're pushing this bitch to the forefront. Everything is going to be about this vaccine. Amazon may become the market share leader in this category, of course, because they're fucking massive. Between Amazon and Apple, they fucking run this bitch, man. All right. I believe Amazon will offer Prime members testing at a scale and efficiency that makes America feel like South Korea competent. The vaccinated supply chain as tested as safe as possible. Real quick, what the fuck does Bill Gates, a fucking nerd with the computer, have to do with goddamn vaccinations? Why is he at the forefront advocating for medicine? He has absolutely no experience in fucking medicine. None, right? It's all bullshit anyways at the end of the day, but he's a fucking computer. He's a dude with a calculator in his pocket. Fuck that guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This guy too. He's just a fucking billionaire that owns shit. What the fuck does he know about medicine? But here he is. He's going to help with his monopoly of a fucking company that basically has the majority of the majority of any logistics that go down as far as you receiving goods, right? He owns that shit, right? It's Amazon this and Amazon that. Everybody's on that shit. All right. What's he have to do with medicine? Why is he so worried about this? Right? Because they're all on one accord. Because what the scriptures say is true. That the self-proclaimed white man is Esau Edom. And he's ruling in these last days. Right? Which proves he's Esau Edom. Right? And it proves that it doesn't matter if it's this person or that person. If they're a political or financial elite, right? They're on one accord with this. They're going to fucking push this mark of the beast. And the segue to that, the curtains opening on that is this COVID-19 vaccine, right? And that proves that these people are Esau Edom. There's no Esau Edom did not disappear. They weren't already exterminated. It's not any other race on earth other than the so-called white man. That is who Esau Edom is. Second Ezra's 6 and 9. This is in the Apocrypha. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right? That's Esau, Edom, man, the nation of Edom. They are the end of this world, right? Going back to Revelation 13:16. He causeth all, right? Who's that he that's causing all? Esau, Edom, man. All right? And that's why it's important to go precept upon precept. But can you imagine this dude? He's going to go through with it. Bezos, right? He's gonna go through with it. Imagine every last person that you fucking know, probably including your fucking self, right? Who uses Amazon, being pressed to participate in this shit. Dude, that's the majority, if not every last motherfucking person that, that is living right now here in Babylon, that is making purchases online. Because everyone's dealing with Amazon, right? And what are they doing to these brick and mortar stores, right? Well, ever since Biden, had won the election, these stores had started talking about putting the restrictions, putting the capacities back on, even shutting down stores to where there's not as many, right? And you have these different mayors and governors of different states and cities and counties who are implementing harder restrictions. Why all this? Because they don't want you to fucking move around. They want to restrict your role in the fucking economy to where you have no choice but to use the means that they give you. And what are the means that they're going to give you? Fucking Amazon. And any other company that is, in competition with Amazon that may do the same thing. They're all going to be on one accord, man. And they're going to make this fucking COVID-19 goddamn supply chain to where you can't buy or sell without this vaccine. which in their hidden hand is going to come with the fucking RFID chip. All right? Because why wouldn't they? They're already stabbing you, right, with some fucking mystery shit. Why wouldn't they accompany that with their nanotechnology, right? Why wouldn't they accompany that with their RFID chip? Therefore, they're like, oh, hey, go ahead and take this in your hand, and then that's going to be the proof that you got your vaccine. Have a nice day. Just like that. They're going to slip it right fucking in, and no one's going to say shit about it. All right? Walmart resumes counting customers in stores and groceries. Grocers reinstate limits on toilet paper as coronavirus, yada, yada, yada. All right, so you see what I'm getting at, where I'm getting at? Walmart resumes limiting the number of customers. This is as of 2 weeks ago, right? Walmart to start monitoring limiting customers. And why Walmart? Because that's the largest brick and mortar department and grocery store that we have here in fucking Babylon, right? And if they're doing that to Walmart and they eventually close, guess what? You're going to have no fucking choice but to deal with motherfuckers like Amazon and whoever the fuck is competing with Amazon. And then what are they going to do? You ain't fucking with us unless you take that vaccine. You feel me? That's why I'm saying it's already here. That article was back in May. We're about to be in December. So from May to December, he had already put $4 billion into it, implementing it, right? So literally any fucking day now, Amazon gonna come out the woodworks at a left field and be like, oh, by the way, we know all your Walmarts are fucking closed. We know your fucking grocery stores. Once Biden takes office, watch this fucking shutdown. All your grocery stores are going to shut down except their curbside and delivery services. And if you want anything outside of that shit, bro, you got to fuck with Amazon, and then you got to fuck with the vaccine. And with the vaccine, you're fucking with the chip. All right? It's already fucking here. That's why the Men of Great Millstone and the Alike Camps and any brother that's in this truth and that's pushing this truth, wherever they may be, right? That's why they're coming out with these videos and these articles that are adamant, right? And now a normal peon, a person that doesn't know anything, they'll just say things like, oh, they're fear mongering. Oh, they're being dramatic. Oh, this, that, and the third. And it's like, no, it's just, you're not paying attention. Now, if you pay attention to everything that's happening and all these different segments and sectors in society, then you can see the whole picture coming together. And it from one day to the next, you're going to have fucking troops backed up with corporations at your fucking door, ready to stick your ass like that, Then what are you going to do? Other than take the butt end of a fucking M16 to the fucking dome, man. You ain't going to do shit, And that's why you need the covering of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right? To get you out of this shit. Because there's no other way out. All right, and I saw this yesterday in the news, 16 hours ago. CDC warns Americans not to travel to Mexico, right? Yada, yada, yada. Woot, woot, woot. ABC News, ABC 13 Houston, Daily Mail, CDC, Daily Mail. You see what I'm saying? ABC, Good Morning, whatever. Dallas Morning News. Don't go to Mexico, all right? Why is that important? What do people say when the shit is starting to hit the fan in America? Like all this fucking year, I've heard a bunch of fucking white people at work say this shit. Man, fuck that, I'm going to Mexico. Man, fuck that, I'm going to Canada. The two places that are right fucking next door that are the easiest to fucking run to is Canada and Mexico, right? Well, just coincidentally enough, yesterday, the CDC is telling Americans, don't go to Mexico for whatever fucking reason, man. Oh, because the country continues to see rise in COVID cases. So what? America's the worst country off. You'd actually have a better chance of not catching that fake ass shit in Mexico. Bro, so that don't even make sense. right? But the point is, they're telling you, sit your ass down, don't fucking move, don't you fucking think about going nowhere, put a mask on your face, shut the fuck up, and you're gonna do what we tell you to do. All right? That's literally what's happening. That's not even a fucking exaggeration. That's literally, they're putting a fucking mask, you're muzzling your fucking dumbass. They're sitting you the fuck down. They're taking away everything you can fucking do. They're telling you don't leave the fucking country. No interstate fucking traveling. And get ready for this fucking vaccine to be enforced by logistics companies like fucking Amazon and with the troops, bro. And these motherfuckers out here waiting, like, sincerely in their heart, waiting for the next birthday, waiting for the next holiday. Now it's all about fucking Christmas. Waiting for the next fucking football game. Sincerely, that is what their next fucking concern is. Their next paycheck. The next stimulus check. When this should be priority number fucking 1 right here. Revelation 13:16. Alright? This is Luke 2:21 and 20 and Luke 21 and 21. Right? Now there was times before Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? We've been persecuted since the sack of Jerusalem. And we've ran and we've ran and we've ran and we've ran and we seek refuge here and we seek refuge there and we seek refuge here. At one time it was in the land of Ham called Africa, other areas of the so-called Middle East, all the way until you get here in the Americas, where we seeked out refuge and momentary rest from our our oppressors and our slave masters. But it always caught up to us. But the point I'm trying to make is we always had somewhere to flee. There's nowhere to go now. You're cornered. A line's going to be drawn and you're going to be given an option. Luke 21:20 and 21. And when ye shall see Jerusalem, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and your Israelite foreigners that can look like any nation under the sun, but you are a descendant of Jacob. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. We're about to be literally encompassed by fucking armies, bro. An army specifically, right? The Babylon's army, Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains. This was at a time when there was an ability to flee and somewhere to flee. There's nowhere to go now. And let them which are in the midst of it depart out. You're not going nowhere, man. And let not them that are in the countries are thereinto, right? You go to the mountains, Esau gonna be there, okay? You're not even gonna be able to leave the city. Shit, martial law is gonna lock this hoe down. So you're fucked. Now the scriptures do say that the men of the Lord, the believers, are going to be like pilgrims in those days. And we'll move here and there, and we're going to juke left and right and, move with the Spirit and do what we need to do. But the scriptures also say that the righteous shall scarcely be saved. All right? Everyone is going to face that hour of temptation, no matter how much juking you do. All right? This is Amos 5:18, 19, and 20. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the day of the Lord. This is unlike any other day or any other time in history where we fled from our enemies, right? And there was a place of refuge, somewhere where we could seek safety and shelter, and comfort, even if it was momentarily. Those days are over. This is it. This is, fourth quarter, fourth and inches, 4 seconds left, on the clock. No more timeouts, no more halftime, none of that. This is it. All right. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, right? Because you hear all these Christians and all these other people talking about who the who they think, is a white man, white Jesus coming back, kissing everybody on the cheek and taking the whole planet and all the believers, all fucking 2 billion of them. I don't even know what the fuck, exactly they think is going to happen. That they're all going to get scooped up and only the wicked are going to get judged and then they're going to get thrown back down. Like, no, man, you're tripping. Okay, the so-called rapture or whatnot. Okay, so this is addressing those individuals, because the men of the Lord do righteously desire the day of the Lord, but we still maintain fear. Now these other people, these modern day Christians and whatever other else shit you got out there, right? They desire the day of the Lord, but they do it in ignorance, right? They do it in complete ignorance. They have no knowledge of what they're desiring. Okay. 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. There's nowhere to go. All right. There's no running away from this. You bob, weave, juke, yes, for a moment in time. But everybody's going to have that hour of temptation where you're going to be given the choice between the mark, right? Or your head getting shot off, or a firing squad, or you getting hung, or you starving to death. All right. 20. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? All right. So that's the day of the Lord. Fuck what you heard. All right. You listen to these peon Christians, man, they're going to bug you out on some fucking lollipop rainbow bullshit. All right. Some Disney movie bullshit that's not fucking real and never was. All right. And here's that troop. Here's that army. All right. Now this is in the UK. Okay. Bear with me. All right. This is in the UK. All right. But what's going on in other countries happens over there first, and then they implement it in Babylon. Those are all just test runs, But the fireworks show is here in Babylon, right? So this is ultimately what matters, is what happens here. All right. Military starts work on COVID vaccination center in Bristol football stadium, right? And this is in the UK. Okay. Site is expected to deliver around 100,000 jabs. They're not even calling them shots and they're not calling them vaccinations. They're calling them jabs. So you're introduced to that word jabs, and that's what the fuck they're going to call it. And, get ready to hear it in all the fucking news outlets, on your fucking phone, through fucking social media. That's the word they decided to go with, right? Because the white man's the fucking fork-tongued fucking devil that the Bible speaks of, and he can't come out and say it, man. It irks him to tell the truth, okay? 100,000 jabs a week. As Johnson says, Oxford vaccine could be ready in weeks. What in the hell? So when the brothers say that this is here, this is here. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to look for a date, but there it is right here. Can you see that? November 30th, 2020. So this is, hot off the presses, so to speak. All right. Military personnel have begun to set up mass vaccination center. They're here, man. Where the fuck is the conspiracy theory? They're fucking here. These FEMA camps, right? Oh man, I hope that didn't mix out. These FEMA camps, fuck it. These FEMA camps, right? All these different venues, all these different centers, right? That they have set up. I've said it before and I'll say it again. We had a gym here in town. It was a 2-story gym. I was working out in there one day, and FEMA, a whole squad of FEMA personnel, roll up in there, and they're looking around, taking pictures, taking measurements, asking fucking questions. Why? Why? Because they this has been in the works. We didn't just, but all of this didn't just come out of nowhere, right? It's been in the fucking works, right? Now all these different centers, right? And that was straight Satan shut me down, yo. But all these different venues, all the fucking Walmarts, especially, because that came out a long time ago. Walmart, martial law, they're just big ass fucking rooms, basically detention centers. You know, you got that shit. You take all those aisles and all that fucking bullshit out of a Walmart, and you have one giant detention center, man. You know, they're gonna use them hoes. What conspiracy theory? It's here. And here, let's see if I can find those again. All right. Okay. There we go. So that's the one we're reading right there. That was as of one day ago, The Guardian. That was the one in UK football stadium. Okay. This one's 3 days ago. Trump exaggerates military's role in COVID-19 vaccine. No, he's not. He's being proud. He's being proud, and through his pride, he's boasting on their role, right? Now, every other outlet, right, and every other news source is going to fucking calm that shit down so they don't get a type of reaction out of individuals. But Trump is dead on. Check this out. Military help with vaccine rollout is a blessing and a curse, experts say. And this is talking about Canada, right? But here's Babylon right here. Trudeau, right, turns to military to help with COVID-19 vaccine distribution, right? Look, man, they're going to try to fucking downplay this shit with, it's just going to be a logistics role. That's all they're going to do. They're just going to be box movers. All right. Dude, hell no. When I served in the Babylon's army, right? The one thing that the drill sergeants would get into the recruiters' heads constantly and right off the bat, as soon as the shit popped off and, training started, was you are in the army and the army's job is to go to war. Point blank, period. That's in case any recruit thought they weren't ever going to go, or they weren't there to go to war, or, I'm just a cook. I ain't going to war. Motherfucker, if you are in the fucking military, you are going to fucking war. Now, with that being said, the military, specifically the army, we ain't no fucking, Salakia, the army ain't no fucking box movers, all right? We weren't no fucking box movers, all right? If you want box movers, you could hire any type of fucking unemployed saps out here to move those fucking boxes and unload fucking planes and, man those fucking stadiums and those fucking FEMA camps. Nah, the army has one job, and that's to go to fucking war, right? So, once again, their words were smoother than butter, right? But war was in their heart. They're telling you one thing, oh, the army's just going to help with logistics. No, they're not. They need their fucking dogs just in case you people don't fucking act right, and then they're going to come upside that fucking head. All right? The military is different from civilian police in the fact that they get a green light, so to speak. The police under a fucking microscope, and they got to obey all these different fucking laws of their city, of their fucking state, federal. The military is outside of that, right? So if, once them orders come down, or if a troop feels a type of way and you get fucking laid out, no one's going to say shit. All right. Why? Because that's the troops' job. All right. Okay. The cops, the pigs they got on their cars to protect and serve. The military, no. The military's job is to go to war, point blank, period. Foreign or domestic, right? You heard that? In this case, domestic. All right. So it's already here. Okay. Let me get this real quick. Bear with me. And this is the point, pretty much, of this video, right? All right. Habakkuk 2 and 3. And this right here, Revelations 13 and 16 to start it off with the mark of the beast. And then to highlight that, this is Habakkuk 2 and 3. All right. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. All right. The Most High tells the truth. Man is a fucking liar. Okay. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. That's where we're at right now. Though it tarry, we're waiting around. COVID came out of fucking nowhere. Now we ain't waiting around so much because they shut the bitch down. And, through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, right? And the men of the Lord, we just knew, according to the scriptures and by our faith, that the mark of the beast was next. So we were waiting around. When the fuck are they going to push this shit? It seemed as though that the pause that COVID put on the economy was going to crash the dollar, and then they're going to roll it out because of that. But lo and behold, they fucking started pushing this fucking vaccine. And like I said, in the last couple of weeks, it's fucking here. Okay? Though it tarry, right? And that's what I was going to do. All right? Though it tarry, see, that's the spirit. The spirit's going to bring it all around, Even though Satan shut me down over here, right? It's all good. Because now I remember what the last bit of this video was going to have in it. Terry. Okay? Let's see. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Tarry, to delay, retard, right? To delay. Here's the Latin word, which is also a Spanish word, tardare, to be late, right? To linger, okay? So though it lingers, though it's late, though it's being late, though it's running late, though it's delayed, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. That means it's going to be on your ass. You're going to be waiting for it, and then it's on your ass, bro. Okay? And that's this vaccine, right? Which is going to lead to with that, along with the collapse of the dollar, is going to lead to the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, spoken of in Revelations, right? It's here. It's here. The troops, Amazon, the fucking vaccine that they rolled out in a few fucking months, right? You have to fuck with it. You fucking with Amazon, you have to fuck with it. You want to buy and sell, you have to fuck with it, right? You want to buy tickets, go to a fucking show, get on a fucking plane. You want to leave this city, go to another city, you have to fuck with it. It's here. All right. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the descendants of the biblical Israelites. You're the descendants of Jacob, as well as the Israelite foreigners. The descendants of Jacob have mingled themselves with the heathen nations, so much so over time that now they look like the heathen nations. This is not a skin color thing, right? This is a heritage, right? This is a seed line, a bloodline, if you will. And if your spirit is in accordance with the words in the scriptures and the videos and the lessons, right, and the breakdowns that the men of the Lord are bringing out, chances are you are an Israelite. All right. And with that said, I hope this video was edifying, and honestly, it's pertinent, it's important. And if you consider yourself in this truth, this should be at the forefront of your mind, right? Now the world is full of shit and you have different obligations. But this in your head should be number one. The mark of the beast should be number one, because as it sits, it's the next prophecy to be rolled out, and it's got to be the most important prophecy when it comes down to the hour of temptation, because it's a big black and white line in the fucking sand. You're either going to cross it or you're fucking not. And you already know what's going to happen if you cross it. If you take that shit, the Most High ain't fucking with you, right? And he's going to send his son back with the angels, and he's going to give the elect man the power to fuck your ass up. All right? I hope this video was edifying to whoever needed to be edified within the nation of Israel. And with that, I want to say death to America and Kam Yasher Allah.